All right. Hello, everybody, and good morning. Welcome to our recorded session of social studies. So today is Friday, October 2nd. Our I can statement for today is going to be I can sequence events in my day and my life. So while Ms. Stevenson is reading this, I want you guys to really be thinking, what does my typical day look like? How do the events fall in order? How can I sequence the events in my life? All right, we will get ready to begin. So today we will be learning about someone named Gary. He is from a city in California called Fresno. So as you can see on this map, Gary is here and we are here. So Fresno is a city in California. It is on the west coast of America. Fresno is very close to the mountains as well as the beach. All right, Gary the Dreamer by Gary Soto. So this is a book about Gary Soto, written by Gary Soto. I was born in April, a month when it rains and rains. Maybe this is why when I was 3 years old, I like to open my mouth and taste the rain. Also, April is when flowers bloom. Bees arrive out of nowhere. I lived in a small white house. My dog's name was Blackie. My cat's name was Boots. I had a canary just bigger than a big person's thumb. My bird flew away when the little door of its cage was left open. So sorry, little canary. But I think it was me who left it open. I remember my high chair. I remember watching my parents and older brother at the dinner table when I got a little bigger. I got to sit with Mama. Most mornings I ate oatmeal sprinkled with brown sugar. The sugar was like rocket energy. I blasted out of the house ready to play. I played tag with the neighbor kids. I played hide and seek. I played catch with oranges. In our backyard, we had an orange tree. We also had plums, lemons, and apple trees. Lucky me. Anytime I was hungry for a snack, I just went outside and picked a fruit. I didn't have many toys. My army men were pinto beans and pebbles. I played with them in the dirt. I got dirty from playing hard. It seemed like a giant pepper shaker had sprinkled me with dust. My favorite fruit was watermelon. After I ate a slice of watermelon, I ended up with the seeds in my mouth. These seeds were my ammo to spit at my older brother. He would spit some back at me. It was sort of like a fun war. The seeds flew all over the place. In kindergarten, I learned my colors. I learned to tie my shoes and to be nice. I liked to sing too. My brother said he could hear me from the next classroom. I made my first friend, Daryl. I made another friend, Jose. At recess, we went on the slide. It was like a big, shiny spoon, and slippery too. Then we went on the swings. It was very scary, but fun going high and jumping out. Then we went on the monkey bars. If I fell, I never got hurt. In first grade, I practiced writing the alphabet. The letters were big and blocky. I wrote my name, Gary. Some days, my nice teacher would have to tell me, Gary, sit still. I wiggled a lot in my chair. I dreamed a lot. I was busy looking at the floor or my hands or out the window. Wow, could that be my canary in the tree? I couldn't pronounce some words. I couldn't say sandwich. I would say Sammy. I knew that 2 plus 2 was 4. But what was 5 plus 7? I counted out on my fingers, sticky from the peanut butter and jam inside my Sammy. In second grade, we collected money to help children in Africa. They didn't have anything to eat. I collected pennies. lots of pennies. I noticed that the pennies were the same as me. You see, I was naturally brown and even browner from running in the sun. I felt like I was giving poor Africa a piece of me. My classmates got taller, but I seemed to stay the same size. I still liked playing at recess. I liked dodgeball, kickball, and foursquare. I would tumble when I played soccer. I was quick. I admire people who are quick and people who play fair. By third grade, I was a good reader. I loved picture books. The pages were bright and colorful as toucans, those tropical birds with the long beaks. Every week I went to the public library. I checked out mountains of books. I was still a dreamer. Sometimes I watched ants going in and out of their holes, or I would watch water racing in the curb. The river of water carried matchsticks, leaves, gum wrappers, and those poor little ants. I rescued some of those ants, and I put them carefully on my finger and sat them on the cement curb. They lay for a while, like weak little shadows. Then they woke up and staggered away. It was fun in third grade. I still stayed small, like those ants, I guess. I was scared of math. Poor me. But reading was what I really liked. I read on the couch. I read in bed with carrot sticks like pencils in my hands. I liked to read in my favorite tree. Once, when Boots came by, I tossed a piece of bark at him. He looked around and meowed. I giggled. I tossed another piece of bark at him. This time, Boots saw me and climbed up the tree. We sat on a fat limb, the two of us. I read him a story about a bird, and he licked his paws. The engine inside him began to purr. I guess Boots likes reading too. On weekends, my family went to Chinatown. We bought groceries there at the Mexican store. I remember mariachis roving the street. Their sombreros were huge. You couldn't see their eyes, only their hanging mustaches. Their trumpets blared, the guitars strummed, and their violins seemed to weep. One time I saw a dog dance to the mariachi music. The dog went back and forth, like he was doing the cha-cha. Every night I took a bubble bath in our deep tub. The water roared from the faucet as I climbed in. The bubbles rose like little mountains. No, like really pretty clouds. I scooped up the bubbles and patted them onto my face. I pretended that I had a beard. I placed some of the bubbles on my head. Oh, a sombrero! I was a dreamer. I was sometimes in another world. In bed, I covered myself with 2 blankets. I thought about the day before. I fell asleep, so tired. My legs kicked as I dreamed I was running for a touchdown, and the whole school was watching me. So now, when you guys have finished watching or listening to me read that story, you guys will be able to go into Seesaw and find your activity. It will be called How I Get Ready for Remote School. So we heard in that story about different events in Gary's life. We heard about when he was a little kid, when he went to kindergarten, when he was in 3rd grade like you. And so what I would like you to do is put different events through your morning. So you'll put first, I start my day by, and let me know how you start your day. Second, then I will, let me know what you do next. And third, finally I, and let me know how you finish getting ready. So I've given you your sentence starter with the capital letter. So make sure that you finish that sentence and give me a nice period at the end. And once you've done that, you can submit it. And if you have any questions, go ahead and let us know. I look forward to seeing your responses. Bye, guys!